I think the finishing touch-up is very important, and I think it can work both ways. Horace's idea was that the hairdresser, does the makeup touch-up, and I know it does work for a lot of people. But for us, I found like for us that we'd be better off to take that experience from the hairdresser and make it more of a salon experience instead of the individual hairdresser experience. I took the idea of the makeup touch-up, made it more of a salon experience, something that Van Michael offered. And I always like to learn from other people and other companies and other industry. And I looked at companies like Estee Lauder, the malls, and they had the makeup counters. And people would just go through the malls and they sat down at the makeup counter with no appointments. And when they got their makeup done, they would usually end up buying $100, $200 worth of makeup. So I wanted to have that type of a atmosphere in the salon that people felt like they could just wander over to the makeup department, and get their makeup touched up. Horace used to talk about, after the client got their hair cut, they would go into the dressing rooms and they would stay in there 20 minutes. And so what were they doing? They were redoing their makeup. So, I do think it's very important that, you can't have that overall look. You've cut their hair, you've shampooed it, you've probably wiped some of their makeup off, you've got hair on their neck and shoulders. So I think it's very important that you have makeup touch-ups. But for us, we found out, like in Buckhead now, we have 6 full-time makeup artists, and all they're doing is makeup touch-ups, just touching people up. And our biggest retailers in our salon are the makeup artists, because they have that time. They're not on a schedule, they're not pressed, they can spend as much time as they want with the client. So I think by having specialization departments, like whether it's cut and color, and everybody have generalists doing one thing. I like having everybody specializing, and I think people who are specializing in makeup personally do makeup a lot better than hairdressers do.